further ado, we're going to bring up Coach Bronson Dant, and I'm going to read his bio. Coach Bronson is a grandfather who didn't get into fitness until his late 30s. I know, right? Full stop. What? That back there? Since then, he spent years learning, training, and helping as many people as he can. Bronson has been training and coaching for more than 10 years, has owned a health and fitness center, and has helped hundreds of people improve their lives. Bronson lives a carnivore lifestyle and firmly believes that an animal-based, low, no-carb, whole food approach to nutrition is the best for the human condition. Fitness is a tool that improves your quality of life, and it doesn't have to be complicated or stressful. Let's talk about what fitness really is and how we can improve it. All right, everyone, welcome Coach Bronson.
Thank you. Oh, it's this one.
Oh, see that? There you go.
Hurry up, 10 seconds.
I know, right?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good morning.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so first off, I want to let you guys know, you are all my guinea pigs today. All right, this is a new presentation that I put together, kind of taking a different angle. If you've heard anything I've talked about, you know that I'm really hot on quality of life, optimal living is 50-50 nutrition and fitness. What your body can do and how you fuel it are equally important. Okay, I'm taking a different little tack. We're going to talk about plateaus and how that combination can make it so that you never hit a wall again or a balloon. All right, so I'm going to stand over here for a second so I can see what slides up. A little bit real quick about me. I was actually talking to Nurse Cindy the other day where she asked me what was the heaviest I've ever been, and I never really thought about the difference of where I was then to where I am now. So 245 was my heaviest. I'm 175 now. So 70 pounds. I didn't realize where I was at when I was there. I didn't realize. I still thought I was this young, spry military guy who was in shape and doing all kinds of stuff. And that was not at all the case. Okay? So I understand the journey. I've been there. The process, I started a little differently than a lot of people. A lot of people start with nutrition. I started with fitness and then found nutrition. So I went backwards because I'm different. All right, so let's see what the right button is here. Avoiding plateaus.
It doesn't count towards your time. You need somebody to drive.
They tried turning it off and back on again.
Yeah,
Hey, IT guy now.
Sounds like you need somebody to drive. You flip the bathroom.
Maybe. Well, I can stand here and do it, then I can actually see it.
Oh,
so
yes.
that's what I've been before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
He said that's airplane.
Ever been here?
Everything around here. All right. Has anybody ever been here? Okay, you've been doing keto. You've been doing something for your health and nutrition for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. You're up and down. You just can't. You keep losing the same 5 pounds, 10 pounds over and over again. Right? We're going to talk about how you can get around it, get over it, get through it. You never have to do this again. Okay?
Great.
Who's ever said any of these things? Why am I stuck? What else can I do? I've tried everything. Right? Dr. Sivas, is it you who said that people that are overweight are experts at dieting?
Failing diet.
There you go, failing diets, yeah. Right? So we've all tried all sorts of different things, and that finding that one thing that works is really difficult sometimes. Okay? We're going to talk about how to change your perspective so that there's never a lack of something you can progress in. That's the key. There's never a lack of something you can progress in. Okay? This isn't for me. Who's ever said that? How many people have done keto for a while, stopped, and then came back? Okay? Natalie, raise your hand. She's going to talk about that one. All right. What's wrong with me? Guys, there's nothing wrong with you. Okay? Information, education, knowledge, action. Okay? It's not you. Okay? There's a lot of things, and that's definitely something. I'm a little precursor. Coach Nat's talk is going to, okay? I want you to go into this conversation, the next conversation. I like to call these conversations not talks because I get feedback from you guys. It may not be verbal, but it's visual for sure. If you guys are nodding your heads, I'm on the right track. If you guys are like, all right? So in these conversations, I want you to have what we call a beginner mindset. Okay? Forget everything you know. Take the information. See how it applies to your life. There's a level of honesty and self-awareness that you need to have when you come to these things, because if you resist, you missed out on something that can absolutely change your life. Okay? Beginner mindset. All right. 5 things you can do to improve your quality of life for years to come. Okay? You want to live, who wants to live to be 100? Who wants to live to be 100 and still be able to go do stuff? Okay. All right, that's what we're talking about. Okay, first thing I want you to know is you are already ahead of the curve. If you are here, you took time, you took money, you're trying to gain knowledge, you're trying to build a community, you're part of a tribe. Okay? No matter what you think you have failed at in the past, you are moving forward right now. Okay? Keep that in mind. Okay? The desire to improve is a rare quality. Okay? The ability to take action, your ability to come out of this week and do something to improve your life is far and above. It's extraordinary. You guys are extraordinary people. If you had any idea, just look at this boat. How many people are here? 170 people? There's 5,000 people on this boat. What percentage of the population? Think about that. No matter where you think you are, you're doing far better than you could be. Okay? All right. 5 things for long-term success. Oh, I forgot to change the slide. It says 6 on the left. Ignore that 6. All right. 5 things you can do to have long-term success. Know your why. We're going to talk about why your why is important and how to keep in touch with it. We're going to talk about believing in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, that action stuff we talked about is going to be a lot harder to take. Following a plan, being honest with yourself, and most importantly, never quit. Okay? Your why is the only thing that matters. Everything that you do, everything that you base the evaluation of your progress on, every plan that you put in place, all the decisions that you make on your journey, start with, where am I trying to go? If you don't know your why, what is your motivating thing, then you will be stuck, you will run into that wall, you will face challenges that will outweigh your desire to move forward. If your why is not strong, the challenges will hold you down and keep you from moving forward. Okay? Everybody hear me okay? Good? Okay. Your why needs to be a little bit deeper, not on the surface. If it's on the surface, good wind and it blows it away. Right? How many people have seen footprints in sand and then 10 minutes later they're gone? Okay? If your why is, I want to lose weight, you're going to be stuck for a long time. Okay? Why do you want to lose weight? Is it because there's something in your life that you think the weight is keeping you from being able to enjoy? Is there an activity or a relationship or something in your life, a pain, an illness, medication, doctor's visits, okay, that you're attributing it's because I'm heavy? Okay? It's not the weight. It's the ability of your body to function. Okay? So when we talk about this and dig into this, I want you to start thinking about, well, I want to lose weight. Start asking yourself while we're talking, why do I want to lose weight? What do I think the weight is going to do for my daily, everyday life? Why lose it? Okay? And then we'll talk about how that's actually something different. It's not weight. Your why needs to be deep like a well. Okay, I got this from, who was it? Who's the well guy? There it is, Norm there. Well, we were talking the other night, and it's like, oh, wells, I like it. We're going to talk about that, right? It needs to be deep. Okay? How long does it take to dig a well? It's not something that happens overnight. You can't sit down at one time and go, this is why I want to do this. You got to think about it. You got to dig deep into your head, your heart, your motivations, your past. Why? Has anybody ever heard the 7 levels of why? Okay, if you read my book, you will. There's an exercise where you can go in and you ask yourself the question, why do I want to do this? This is because of this reason. Well, what's the reason you want to do that? It's because of this reason. What's the reason you want to do that? And you keep working yourself down until you find an idea, a concept, a want, a desire that makes you feel a way. If there is not an emotional connection to the reason why you are on this journey, then you will always stall. There has to be something it's got to piss you off. It's got to make you scared. It's got to make you angry. It's got to make you super happy, excited. Something that you get fired up. I think the word is passionate. Okay? Passionate doesn't always just mean driven. It can mean I'm passionately pissed off right now. Okay? I'm passionately happy. I'm excited. I'm fired up. Okay? For me, on the health journey, my own stuff, identity, I thought I was somebody that I wasn't. And then when I realized I was living outside of my identity, I identified as this, my reality was this. They were not together. Okay? I felt a drive to bring those together. I had a choice. I could change my reality, or I could change my identity and be okay with where I was at. I chose to change my reality. Okay? Then after that, my grandparents got older. They passed a couple years apart. And watching the deterioration of their life. Okay? Not something you want to go through. Did not like it. Okay? Realizing that if I had known then what I know now. Okay? You see my mom. Has anybody seen my mom in any of her videos? She's in the book. Okay? She is part of my body. Woo! What did I say? Emotion, right? Okay.
Water down there, too.
Yeah, thank you. I started to work with my mom when she was 60. She'd never done anything before. She's 68 now. She's been carnivore for about 3 years. Her favorite thing to do is deadlift. Right? During COVID, she asked me to come over and help build a gym in her basement. Okay? That's what it's about. I don't have to worry about her. I don't have to worry about her. And just like your families don't want to worry about you. And you don't want to worry about your families. Right? So set the example and let's move on. All right. If your emotion is connected to your why, it will always outweigh your challenge. Cool. That's as simple as that. I got a lot of slides, so I can't spend too much time on it. Okay, your why must become a try. Don't get stuck in desiring something without trying something and seeing if it works. Don't be afraid to fail. Okay? If you never try, I like to say when I had my gym, I used to tell my clients all the time, a bat never swung is a ball never hit. If you don't swing the bat, you'll never get a home run. And if you don't swing the bat and miss, you'll never learn how you need to swing it to get the hit. You gotta swing the bat. Okay? All right. Self-talk. Positivity. Believe in yourself. Okay? How many times a day do you say can't? We're going to talk about this in the workshop after that at lunch. Okay? But one of the focuses of improving your momentum, keeping progress going, is to change your mindset. Yeah, you may have a limitation. You may have an issue with your arm, a bad back, a past injury where you're limited in your movement or something like that, or an autoimmune disease or something that's preventing you from what you think is progress. Okay? If you start focusing on the things that you can do and can improve, it drastically changes your point of view. Okay? The can'ts are always fewer in number than the cans. So if you focus on the can'ts, you are automatically limiting your capability, limiting your potential. Okay? There's always a longer list of cans than there are cans. Does anybody sympathize with this? All right? When it comes to believing in yourself, okay? Anybody in here, everybody in here is at least my age, right? We've all been through some stuff.
You're only 32?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Happy birthday. Right? We've all been through some stuff. We've all been through life. We've all been ups and downs and hard times and fun times and happy times and sad times. Right? You're still here. You're here looking for new information. You're here trying to find out, how can I improve my life? Okay? Use that as proof that you can do more. You can get through whatever struggles. If you feel like you're stuck now, you can get through it. You've done it before. If you've done it before, you can do it again. You're in a room with a bunch of other people who have done it before and they can do it again. Okay, social proof. Anybody heard that word before? Okay, if that person can do it, well, I know I definitely can do it. Yeah, I know you all thought that about somebody. Okay? All right, planning. How are you going to get there? Okay, so this is the next step. So now that you have the belief and you want to take some action, what do? This is where we get the stuff I can do with that. Okay? Prior planning. Make a plan. Okay? But what is a plan? Prior planning prevents poor performance. There's another word that can go in there and make it 6 P's, but we're not going to do it. Okay. Doable. Any plan that you have, any plan that you put in place needs to be doable. It needs to be something within your scope of ability because we're focusing on our can. Right? What can I do? Okay? And we're focusing on your can. Okay? It needs to be applicable to your situation, your lifestyle, your goals, your why. Okay? And it needs to be, I'm not going to talk about goals too much, but it needs to have a destination. It needs to have an endpoint. How do you know if you got there? Right? Everybody heard of SMART goals before? Okay? Okay? Your goals need to be attainable, measurable, okay? They need to be relevant, and they need to be time bound, right? So you need to have a time, put a time limit. If you say, well, I want to lose 5 pounds, or I want to be able to hike this mountain, right? I want to be able to do a 5K at X amount of time, okay? Don't just say that you want to be able to do it. When do you want to do it? You don't put a time on it, it's not a goal. It's a dream. Okay? So when we talk about that, we're gonna talk about how does fitness and nutrition kind of work towards a goal. We're talking about optimal quality of life. So making the assumption, I'm going to make the assumption that all of your goals were here because we're talking about being keto, improving our lifestyles, improving our quality of life, improving our metabolism, things like that. So we're going to talk about how does nutrition and fitness work as 50-50. Who's ever heard that nutrition was 80, that weight loss was 80% of the game? Right? Okay, sure, it can be. It is. Okay, but do we want to stop at weight loss? Right? We want to live till we're 100, doing whatever the heck we want to do. Okay, and we can't do that without fitness. When we talk about nutrition, primarily what we're talking about is reducing internal stress. We're letting our body do the things that it wants to do on its own without interfering. Okay, I'm going to stop eating carbs. I'm going to stop eating processed food. I'm going to stop eating seed oils and creating inflammation and oxidative stress and all of the other hormone imbalances and all the things that are preventing my biology from working the way it's intended to work. Right? That's the nutrition side. When that happens, where do we get to? We get to baseline. We get to where we were when we were babies. Okay, could we walk when we were babies? No. So that's partially better, but I want to be able to walk and run and play. Who wants to play? Who's got grandkids? Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, you don't need to answer. This is just for you. How much time are you missing out playing with your grandkids? getting down on the floor at their level and doing things that are active. That's what this is about, guys. This isn't about what you do in the gym. This is about what you do in life. Okay? When you get the nutrition stuff taken care of, that's fantastic. Your biology's working, everything's functioning well. Now we talk about how do we manage external stress. That's where fitness comes in. Being strong, being resilient, having energy. Okay, those are the things that allow your quality of life to improve because now you can handle and manage any stress that comes your way. It's not just the stress that you're putting on yourself through what you eat, but training is an isolated, controlled environment. When you go to the gym or you go to your basement and you do something, you are in control of the stress. And it prepares you for what's uncontrolled out in the world. Right? We can't control what happens to us. Okay? But we can prepare for what happens to us. That's what have you ever heard I'll call it, what's the anecdote of the person who's in the gym and somebody's asking them why do they work out? And the answer is, I'm working out for life. I'm competing for life. That's absolutely what you're doing, guys. You are competing for your life. Okay? If this gets too deep, just somebody yell at me. It's going to get deeper. It's going to get deeper. All right, some things that you need to have in your plan. Okay? Debbie Potts talked about this a little bit. She kind of briefly touched over the 7 basic movement patterns. Okay? Things that you need to be able to work on. Now, do you need to do these with 300 pounds? Absolutely not. Do you need to be able to do these for an hour at a time? Absolutely not. Okay? But you need to be able to work on squatting, lunging, pushing, pulling, hinging, twisting, and carrying things. Because those are things that we do every day. Anybody walk upstairs? You're lunging. Okay? Anybody like to squat? Then why are y'all sitting down? Right? I know I squat at least 2 times a day. Moving on. Components of fitness. There's some other things that need to be included in your plan when we talk about improving your quality of life and your fitness and your body's ability to function. Because we're talking about function of your body. Okay? Cardiorespiratory endurance, stamina, strength, flexibility, power, speed, coordination, accuracy, agility, balance. Okay? It's up there. You can read it. Okay? These are components of things that your body can do. They need training. Some of them are neurological. Some of them have to do with the way that your brain communicates with your body. Some of them are physiological. They have to do with how your body actually works mechanically. Okay? But if you don't work in all of them at some level, you're going to be missing out on the full scope of your body's ability to do things. Okay? The same thing goes for metabolic performance. Okay? How many of you know that there's 3 different activities, there's 3 different fuels in it that our body can utilize for activity? We always talk about fat and carbs. Okay? There's other work that we can do. If I have to lift something really heavy, if I'm going over to my friend's house and we're lifting and moving furniture and putting furniture into the back of the truck, I'm using ATP that's stored directly in my cells. Okay? So there are 3 different ways. You need to work in some things that are heavy. You need to work in some things that are heavy. If you're not lifting heavy things, you are not training your body how to access that energy at that time. Okay? If you're not doing things that are long distance endurance, whether it's going for a walk, going for a run, hopping on a bike, getting on a rower, swimming, fantastic exercise. Okay? If you're not working the oxidative pathway where your body's primarily burning fat. If you're not doing things that are intervals, higher intensity, shorter term work, okay, then you're not really maximizing your body's ability to burn sugar, burn glycogen, and build muscle. We'll talk about that. Actually, is Fred in here today? He's going to be talking about muscle. You're going to be talking about muscle, right? Muscle matters. Okay, if you want to burn glycogen, build muscle. And eat protein. Okay, pillars of nutrition. There's supposed to be 3 pictures up here. Hold on. Broken slide. No, don't worry about it. We'll just keep it for now. All right, so that was a picture of some steaks, some lamb, some eggs and bacon, stuff like that. We're talking about the pillars of nutrition. We're combining fitness and nutrition into a plan to move your quality of life forward. Okay? Pillars of nutrition, as I see them, how I talk about them. Okay? Nutrient density. Number one, always. Okay? What is the number one keto food? Any kind of meat. Right? I posted something today. I said it is so easy to be keto on this cruise because meat is the most keto food there is. Right? Just eat meat.
Unlimited bacon.
Bacon. There you go. Bacon and eggs. Perfect. Okay? Nutrient density. If you want the nutrients, if you want optimal function, go for the most bang for the buck. Not about fuel. It's about nutrients. It's about nutrition. It's called nutrition for a reason. It's not fuel nutrition. Right? That's a t-shirt. Nutrition, not fuel nutrition. All right? And the next thing after nutrient density is bioavailability. Whatever you can do to maximize the benefit of what you're eating is something to focus on. Okay? And then the last thing is satiety. If you're eating nutrient-dense, bioavailable foods, then your satiety is going to be managed for you. Okay? So that's what that slide was about. Let's see if the next slide's broken. It is! Okay, so thank you, sir. What we're talking about now is we're talking about quality of life. We're talking about the health, wellness, fitness continuum. Okay? Whenever we talk about wellness or health, or we talk about fitness, we're talking about the same thing. Because they all use the same markers, the same measures to determine where you're at. If I say I'm going to improve my fitness, what else am I saying? I'm going to improve my health. And we need to get into the mindset that if I say I'm going to improve my health, that means I'm going to improve my fitness. Right now, we separate the two, and we think health and fitness are different. They are the same thing. Okay? Remember this guy? How did he get there? This is how he got there. He wasn't watching where he was going. He was looking down. He was looking right in front of him, on his phone, whatever it may be, and he ran right into that wall. What was he looking at down there?
Waiting for car manager load.
Waiting for car manager to load. There we go. I like that. Right? He was looking at the same thing many people are looking at why they stall. Causes them to stall. He was looking at weight loss. He was looking at one factor that means absolutely nothing for how you can improve your quality of life and metabolic function. He was trying to lose weight. And he lost some, and then he ran into a wall. And then he turned around and walked a different direction, tried something else, lost some, ran into another wall. Then he turned around, tried something else, walked into another wall. Okay? If you stop and you think about it, I just talked about nutrient density, bioavailability, satiety. We talked about 20 of the fitness things I've talked about, 20 different components. Is that better? Okay.
Yes.
20 different components to fitness. Okay? Fitness is also health. So we got 23 different things that we can measure health and fitness by. Why are we just looking at weight? That's what you should be looking at. Where do you want to go? What is the lifestyle that you want to have? Who are the people that you want to take part in activities with? Your grandkids, your family, your friends. What are the trips you want to go on? What are the movements and things and hobbies that you want to have that you can't have right now? I said can't. Somebody slapped me. I owe somebody $1. That you don't have right now. Okay, because your physical ability is limited. Physical ability is what matters. Okay? Metabolic function and physical ability will always be more impactful in your life than what number is on the scale. Fix your metabolism, your weight will take care of itself. Think about that. Okay? When we talk about that plan, how do we know if we're following that plan? How do we know if we're successful in measuring progress? Okay, the first thing we need to do is work up here And you need to be honest with yourself in your evaluation of what you're doing and where you're going, okay? And then you need to take ownership of whatever that self-evaluation is and take action to rectify it, okay? Honesty and ownership is one of the hardest things that we have to deal with because it means we have to look inside and change something about us. That is super, super important, right, Coach Nat? We'll get into that next. All right, your progress is determined by what you do with the plan you follow. There's a lot that goes into that. That's really simplified, but it's either what you're doing or the plan you're following. That's it. If the plan isn't for you, then you need to find a plan that is. If you're not doing the plan, then you need to start doing the plan. Okay? Now, a lot of times people come to me and they say, well, I've been doing this plan's not working for me. Okay? I want to get you guys in the right mindset. If you're a beginner, if you're new, if you're just getting started with anything, nutrition, fitness, learning to play the guitar, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay? The more beginner you are, the less effort you have to put in for the greater return. So if you're just getting started and you're saying the plan's not working, I guarantee you it's not the plan. Because almost anything you do is going to show some benefit. Okay? If you're just getting started, it doesn't take much to see a large amount of change. Okay? So that's the first honesty piece right there. Is it the plan or is it something that I'm doing? If it's something that I'm doing, I'm going to evaluate that progress. Am I getting closer to my goal? Okay? I want you to start thinking about progress being something that's getting you closer to your goal. Am I closer to my goal? Not how far away have I come? If you look back at where you came from, then you will start to think, I've gone far enough. If you always look where you're going, you will always keep in the front of your mind that I still have places to go. And you will not fall into the trap of complacency. I see it a lot. People come to me, but I've done all of this. That's fantastic. That's great. Man, absolutely amazing job. You have changed so many things about yourself, your life. You've impacted others. How many more people can you impact? What more can you do? Where else can you go? Think about what's in front of you. Stop looking back. Okay? And then course correction. The plan, always remember that. The plan may change, but your why you're doing it, what gets you pissed off, mad, angry, happy, sad, whatever, doesn't change. Where you're trying to go stays the same. You may get there a different way. How many people have started going somewhere one way and then they got a detour, but they still ended up where they were going? What happens? Life. In the Army, we call it semper gummi. Be flexible. Okay? Who's seen this before? Everybody's seen this before, right? We've all seen this before. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. How many people feel like they've been there? Yep. Me too. Okay, self-evaluation. This is where that honesty and ownership comes in. When it comes to fitness, are you consistently showing up and doing work? Yes or no? These are simple questions to ask. When you do that work, are you putting in quality effort? Okay, are you doing quality movement? Are you kind of, I'm doing my squats, okay, great. Oh, I'm doing my lunges. Right? Or are you actually trying to get the movement, improve the range of motion, focus on teaching your brain how to connect to your muscles? Right? Are you doing the work at a level of quality that's going to make a positive change? Okay? Are you working hard enough? Okay? I see this a lot. People get into a rhythm, they'll get into a routine, they end up using the same weight all the time. They do the same reps, they do the same workout, they're just doing the same thing. And they never increase their ability because they never make it harder. It's supposed to be hard. Okay? You can't do something you've never done without doing something you've never done. Right? It's kind of like, wait. Say that again. Okay? That's how it works, guys. Are you giving yourself enough time to recover? Who's ever heard the phrase, strength is built during rest? Okay? If you work, and you never rest, then that stressor, who was talking about hormetic stress? Is that Debbie? Debbie, again, was talking about hormetic stress. That stress that is healthy, exercise is healthy. If I keep doing it and I never give my body a chance to recover, then it becomes chronic. It becomes harmful. And that's not what we're looking for. We need to give our body time to rest. Get your sleep. Take a rest day. Go stretch. Get some mobility. Get a massage. Not you. Way too expensive. Okay? You need that stuff. On the nutrition side, same thing. Consistency, you'll see, goes across the board. If you're not consistently putting in the effort and doing what you need to do to be successful, it's not going to happen. Okay? The quality of the food that you eat. Okay? If you notice in my bio, that autumn red, it said that I believe that a whole foods, animal-based ketogenic diet is best for optimal human condition. Okay? As much as possible, your food shouldn't have a label. Okay? The adherence to a plan, the adherence to whatever process you've decided to use. I've decided that I'm going to count macros. I'm not going to count macros. I'm going to eat intuitively. I'm going to intermittent fast. I'm going to do whatever. Whatever decision and plan you put in place, stick to it. Okay? A stall is not, I tried it for a week and it didn't work. Give it time to work. Because again, if you're just getting started, doing something is going to provide some benefit more than switching and changing this and switching and changing to something else. Okay? And then the source of the food. This is a big one that I had to learn, and it has been reinforced with a lot of my clients. Just because something is healthy doesn't mean it's healthy for you. Right? How many people can do stuff with stevia? How many people can't do stuff? How many people don't have a good reaction to stevia? Okay, so stevia is a great example. We got a lot of people here that it's a sugar substitute. It can help people make options, give them options on doing something that takes the sugar out of their diet. But some people can't. Some people have an issue with stevia. See, I'm trying not to say can't. It's so ingrained. It's so ingrained, right? So something to think about. The source of your food, the source of the food that you eat, whether it's considered healthy or not, you have to do some self-evaluation and see how is it affecting me. Is this helping me reach my goal or is this not? Okay? How many people have seen posts on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, or a forum, a video? People are asking all the time, can I have this? Can I have that? Have you asked it yourself? Can I have this? Can I have that? I'll tell you right now, you can have all of it. Every single thing, you can have it. Is it going to help you get where you want to go? That's what matters. Your why matters most. Does it fit within the reason you said that you were doing this? If it doesn't match that, you got your answer. Thank you. Right? All right. That's how you get sustained success, guys. Self-evaluation. See where the honesty and ownership can get really hard sometimes? It's not easy to sit back and go, ooh, what am I doing? Within the plan that I've said I'm going to follow. It's not hard. It's not easy. But if you never quit, if you show up to these things, if you take the time to learn and expose yourself and hear from other people that have been through it, okay, then you will have progress. And progress is forward or onward movement towards a destination. Okay? That was in the dictionary. The darkness did not stop my progress. I should have changed that to the cards did not stop my progress. But it doesn't say how much improvement or how much movement forward. It just says movement forward. What does forward mean? Right? Can you go sideways and still technically have progress? Sure. Right? Because here's the deal. We're not looking down. We're looking at the broad spectrum of things. Right? I may move sideways in my weight or even in my blood pressure or something else. It may not go where I think it needs to go, but I just gained 5 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. Right? When you expand the scope of what you're calling progress and what you're measuring for your progress, you will never run out of something you can't move forward in. It's not, that's why non-scale victories are so important. Right? In my book, I have a download section you can go download a toolkit. In that toolkit, I've got a matrix, a spreadsheet of non-scale victories. that you can go in and you can say, hey, you know what? I was able to get up and down on the floor today. Check. I spent 20 minutes playing with my grandkids today. Check. And there's blank spots if you want to write your own in there too. Right? Because none of that stuff has anything to do with how much you weigh. So why are we looking at that? Okay? Progress equals action. You can't move forward if you're not moving. Okay? Your plan, remember, the plan may change, but the goal stays the same. Okay? As long as you're moving forward and you're trying to figure out how to get through and around the obstacles and overcome the challenges, right, then you're going to be good. Okay? Your progress requires a destination. It's not linear. It takes time. And that's also a common question. How long is it going to take me? It's going to take you as long as it takes you, right? Because you're never going to stop. It's going to take you the rest of your life. Right? Who's going to stop at some point and say, I'm good? Right? You want to keep going. You want things to get better. You want to be 100 doing whatever you want. I want to be 100 jumping out of an airplane. Right? You're coming with me. Okay? It requires consistent effort, and it is not based on past accomplishments. It is based on where you are right now. Okay? When I work with somebody on the fitness side, it's an evaluation. Where are you right now? I don't ask them where they were 20 years ago in college, because that's not going to help them. What I need to know is where are they right now? What have they been through in the last 20 years? What are the limitations? What are their abilities? What are the movement things? What are the things we need to fix or strengthen to get them where they want to go from right here? So again, if you're looking at the past, to compare your progress to where you are now, then that's not doing anything for you. Where are you now to where you want to go is what you should be looking at. This is all fitness stuff, by the way. I'm the fitness guy, right? Okay, so just in a recap, know your why, believe in yourself, follow a plan, be honest with yourself, and never quit. Okay, and remember that the goal, fitness is the ability to express your freedom through physical activity. Doesn't matter how much you can bench, it doesn't matter how much you can squat, it doesn't matter how fast you can run. What do you want to be able to do in your life, and how well can you do it? That's what matters. Any questions? All right. If you want to get a hold of me, guys, I got a website, Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness, YouTube channel, Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness. I do a live video every Tuesday evening. I've got a bunch of interviews and stuff on there as well. Facebook group that I would love for you all to join if you haven't joined it yet, Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness, and my email is up here, Bronson at ultimateketogenicfitness.com. And I just came out with a book. In case you hadn't heard about that. If you can scan, this is an experiment. Does that work on anybody's QR code? You hold that up, it works? Yes. Fantastic. I stole that from Dave Harper. Put a QR code up there, and then you guys can all go order my book. All right. If you guys have any questions, I'll be around again 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, we'll be up in this area doing a movement workshop, and the idea for that is I'm going to give you guys some mindset things, some mental tools on how to approach if you have an injury or trying to get started with fitness and you're not sure what to do. Okay? If you're just a beginner and you're like, how do I figure out what these movements are? How do I find out what I can do? Okay? We're going to go through some of that stuff. We can do that today and tomorrow, actually, just so you know. But that's it. Thank you.